It's absolutely beautiful to look at. It features a twin-turbo V6 pumping out 400 horsepower. It has an amazing all-wheel drive system borrowed from the R32 Skyline. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're talking about this beautiful 2018 INFINITI Q60 Red Sport 400. Let's dive in. I'm actually pretty familiar with these cars. I worked at INFINITI retailers for 20 years. This one was previously sold at INFINITI of Tacoma, which I worked at for 19 years, so I'm very familiar with this particular car. We recently took it on trade here for a BMW Coupe. Obviously the customer was changing brands, and maybe the reason why he's changing brands is unfortunately they don't make the Q60 anymore. 2022 was the last year of the Q60. It is so sad that this has happened. INFINITI used to make amazing performance coupes and sedans, especially when I started working at INFINITI retailers back in 2004. You had the G35 Coupe, the G35 sedan, the M45, so many cool cars. But today INFINITI just makes crossover SUVs. Not quite as exciting as the heyday, and unfortunately the Q60 has fallen victim to changing demographics, changing wants and needs of the US consumer. It's not completely INFINITI's fault that they had to discontinue the Q60. Unfortunately, it just didn't sell well. I know, because I worked there and we weren't selling that many new ones because Americans, they're infatuated with crossover SUVs. 20 years ago, the G35 Coupe was the best-selling coupe in the United States, one of the best-selling vehicles for INFINITI, but now everyone wants crossover SUVs. But luckily for you, if you're one of the few people still looking for a nice performance luxury coupe, we have this beautiful example of a 2018 Q60 Red Sport 400 that is very nicely equipped with features. In fact, it is almost completely loaded. We have the original build sheet on this one. This is a range topping trim level. It has pretty much almost every available option you can get in 2018. The original MSRP was close to $70,000, $68,300. This has a Sensory package that was $2,250, giving you a navigation system, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, remote engine start. Then we have the Pro Assist package, that was $2,250 as well, giving you blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, backup collision intervention, around view monitor with moving object detection, front and rear sonar system, predictive collision warning, forward emergency braking with pedestrian detection, rain sensing wipers. Then we have the Proactive package that was $2,850, giving you intelligent cruise control. Then we have the direct adaptive steering, which I'm going to pause for a second and talk about that. INFINITI, they really love to be at the forefront of technology. We saw some amazing technology over the years. They had one of the first backup cameras, one of the first vehicles adaptive cruise control, and another first was direct adaptive steering. It was one of the first vehicles to have steer-by-wire. So during normal driving operations, there is no mechanical connection to the front wheels. It's all handled by computers and electric motors. Why would you want to do this? Well, it can actually react to steering inputs a lot faster than a human. And you can program the feel of the steering. We have this drive mode selector here where you can make individual changes to the engine and transmission and suspension. But when we go over the steering, there are a lot of different settings. You have standard, sport, and sport plus. Then you have dynamic and dynamic plus. So you can control the steering ratio. You can make it kind of slow and more luxury car like it, or you can make it fast and quick like a sports car. And the direct adaptive steering system can also filter out unwanted feedback. Like if you hit a rut in the road or a bump that would normally jerk the wheel, that will get filtered out. So it filters out the feedback that you don't want to feel, and it filters in the feedback that you do want to feel. And it works really great. It feels a little bit different, but I can tell you, I've seen lots of people who leased INFINITIs and after 2 or 3 years, they've actually really come to enjoy the direct adaptive steering and often would seek it out again when they look to purchase or lease another new INFINITI. It's an amazing system, and more recently, a company that's come out with a completely digital steering rack is Tesla with a Cybertruck. But the Cybertruck is completely digital with no mechanical backups. The INFINITI does employ a mechanical backup. It has a mechanical steering rack that's there, and if there is a catastrophic loss of power, a clutch will pop in, and that will activate the mechanical steering rack. So if you do have a catastrophic loss of power, you can safely steer to the side of the road. So that's the amazing direct adaptive steering system. So let's go back to the build sheet. Just had to talk about that. It's a really cool feature. And first for INFINITI, and up until Tesla, the only manufacturer to have steer-by-wire in a production automobile. All right, then we have lane departure prevention with active lane control, distance control assist, blind spot warning, Then we have adaptive front lighting system, so the headlights will turn into the corners for better nighttime visibility. Infiniti, again, was one of the first manufacturers to offer that system. High beam assist, front pre-crossed seat belts. We have an advanced climate control system that cleans and filters the air. This lovely shade of Dynamic Sunstone was an $800 premium color. We have illuminated kick plates, $400. Interior ambient lighting, $470. Then we have the carbon fiber package. So we have, that was $22.50, giving you a carbon fiber rear deck lid spoiler, carbon fiber exterior mirror covers, carbon fiber fog light lamp finishers, and carbon fiber fender vents. Then we have these 20-inch 5-spoke dual finish wheels, $1,750. So yes, this is pretty much as loaded as you can get. So if you're a fan of the Q60, this is a beautiful example. And really, from 2018 to 2022, we really did not see really many differences on the Q60. It pretty much stayed the same across the board. So if you like this example, it's pretty much the same all the way till 2022, when Infiniti ended production of this amazing product. A sad day indeed. We have this beautiful perforated leather interior. As we mentioned, we have a beautiful carbon fiber trim. We have a moonroof. Infiniti employs a dual display system. The top screen is for the navigation system and parking camera. This has a 360-degree around view camera for better situational awareness. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. So as I mentioned, you can access the drive mode selector. We have presets right here. You can use this to set presets, or you can personalize it. You can drill down and make individual changes to the engine, the steering, the suspension, active trace control. Active trace control breaks individual wheels to help the vehicle rotate better through the corners. You can shut that system on or off. This has a digital dynamic suspension exclusive to the Red Sport 400. You can turn it on or off. It's a really great suspension. We have a power adjustable steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. Great sounding Bose audio system. This one has 52,257 miles at the time of making this video. We have a whole suite of technology. We have adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot warning, lane departure prevention. We have an automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener. It's in beautiful shape inside and out. The back seats are in great condition as well. The Q60 has absolutely stunning styling. The creases, the curves. This thing's absolutely beautiful. One of the prettiest cars on the road. One of the prettiest coupes ever to grace our roads. It's absolutely stunning. And there's not a ton of these things out here, so you'll get lots of looks and compliments. You won't go feel like, you know, every other car in the parking lot is the same car you have. These are very exclusive. You don't see these all the time. And when you buy a premium car like this, you want to have a little bit of exclusivity. You want to feel special. There's an amazing VR30 twin turbo V6 pumping out 400 horsepower. To make that extra horsepower, we have a different blade design in the turbos. We have a different exhaust system unique to the Red Sport 400 to make that extra 100 horsepower versus the regular 300 horsepower version of this engine. Absolutely beautiful styling. There's those upgraded accessory wheels and tires. Also with the Red Sport, you have a larger brakes for better stopping power, which you'll need with 400 horsepower. The thing's really quick. Nice rear end styling. You have an exclusive exhaust system as well for the Red Sport 400. There's that carbon fiber rear spoiler. It has a nice trunk protector in it as well. The Red Sport Q60 is available in either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive is nice, but all-wheel drive is much better in our wet, slippery climate here in the Pacific Northwest, and it will greatly improve your wet weather performance. With 400 horsepower, a rear-wheel drive version of the Q60 can quickly get overwhelmed by all that power. The traction control is going to kick in, and that's going to limit your performance, where this can send power to 4 wheels. So let's talk about the amazing Tesla all-wheel drive system. This is an amazing, intelligent all-wheel drive system that was derived from the early version of the R32 Skyline. The R32 Skyline had many racing success in the Japanese touring car series and then many other racing series. A big part of it was this amazing, intelligent all-wheel drive system. And the Japanese, they love to copy, but sometimes they copy and they improve upon what they're copying, and that's exactly what the Japanese engineers did with the Tesla all-wheel drive system. They actually copied, or the inspiration of this all-wheel drive system was from the Porsche 959, which had a very sophisticated all-wheel drive system at the time. So the Infiniti engineers kind of inspired their Tesla all-wheel drive system. The inspiration came from that 959 all-wheel drive system. But the Infiniti engineers wanted one better. They wanted a 100% rear-wheel drive bias, and that's exactly what this has. So under normal driving conditions, there's 100% of the power will go to the rear wheels, giving you the feel of a performance rear-wheel drive sports car. That's what we want to feel in a car like this. But this has a computer that's constantly monitoring driving conditions. So as soon as those rear wheels slip, in a matter of milliseconds, almost instantly, it can send up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the front wheels. It is an amazing all-wheel drive system. I've driven many Infinitis. I've owned many Infinitis with. I've owned an Infiniti with this all-wheel drive system. I've driven many of these all-wheel drive Infinitis in snow and adverse conditions, and I can tell you, they do amazing even in the snow. And that's what a Tesla stands for. It stands for Advanced Total Traction Engineering System for All Terrain. There you have it. You wouldn't probably expect so much Infiniti product knowledge from an employee at a Ford retailer, but like I said, I was at Infiniti for 20 years. I'm a big fan of these products. I love them. I've bought and sold many of them. I probably know more than many of the people that are currently working at the Infiniti retailers right now. These are amazing cars, built and assembled in Japan. In fact, in Japan, a lot of these are sold under the Skyline brand. The Skyline isn't just the Skyline GTR, it's a whole brand of vehicles, and obviously the Skyline GTR sits right on top. So amazing pedigree. Unfortunately, it's been discontinued, but this is truly an amazing car. Made in Japan, a 2-door sport luxury coupe, 400 horsepower, amazing all-wheel drive system. Thanks for watching and have a great day.